I got an inbox from unknown numbers. It is written by they invited me out. As I kept it in mind, the message was arrived right at the middle of night, as a few minutes as I turned off the lamp. Honestly, I had no intention of responding. Countlessly received numbers frequently brought out the deception or prank, so that I just ignored the message and pulled the blanket. After a few minutes, the number called me again. I wondered why people out there really liked to bother others when we wanted to go to bed, I thought. Feeling mad, I decided to hang it up. Maybe it was friends or family who had just moved to new numbers. I was hanging, greeting, and waiting. But there's no voice at all. The sound of a crow was what I heard. That was no joke. You know, it seemed like a horror movie. You also remembered the urban story of Sadako, who would give you the chance to live in 7 days before she finally killed you in a tragic way. Didn't you? It was what I imagined. But I didn't think too much about it. I pulled out the blanket and tried to sleep as quickly as possible. You will clearly know what my story goes like. The phone rang again. Three rings. Exactly. It's 5 minutes after I closed the last call. Because I was too annoyed, I picked up the phone. I bawled up whoever out there. My voice might irritate people around, but I didn't care. I was at the line of fear and annoyance. Once again, there was no answer. From there, my feelings began to creep, jarred, and spread throughout the nerves. I suddenly heard a voice like a woman, inviting me out and doing an unfinished task. This person was crazy, I thought. I didn't know that voice, especially what she said. I didn't understand and refused to understand. Right before I hang off, she said she loved me. I was increasingly clueless and scared. I thought I wanted to scream out loud and ask someone to help me. Then she said something threatening, very soft. This world is an ocean for those who want to commit suicide. I have tried hard to survive in a world with a full of fireflies. I want to carry a task that will never be ended. I want you to accompany me here. The world you and I can live all lives. Her voice was suddenly vanished. I gasped instantly as they shouted at me, "You will be alone if you don't get out of here!" I turned off the phone and threw it hit or miss. I decided to leave the room, taking cold drinks that might calm down this fear. I turned toward my mother's room. At the door of her room, I heard television. Strange sound. I looked at the clock, and Obviously, my mother was sleeping. Did my mother forget turning off television? Something stopped me moving quickly from there. The television broadcast news of the murder in the area nearby the house with the same voice to the calling woman in the telephone. I listened to each sentence, and I just realized that the murder happened at my house. But where? It had been almost a month since my family moved to the house, and there was nothing strange. The seller of the house also said that this house had been previously inhabited by a happy family from Indonesia. I decided to go back to the room. And when I went up the stairs, the piano in the living room tinkled.